And welcome in, everyone. Steve Lennox on Baseball live stream podcast as we recap day number 43 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Light schedule on Thursday, handful of series wrapping up on Thursday, a couple series getting underway with 4-game series throughout the course of the weekend. We'll recap day number 43 in just a moment. Reminder, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Lennox on Baseball. Also, this audio version later on available as well via Spotify. Before we get underway, our next card up, we've got 10 cards down. We've got 6 to go as we opened up to 2023 Topps card set a little over a week ago. And next up, I think another very good baseball card. Solid one. Talk about the Cleveland Guardians and the big guy in the bullpen, Emmanuel Clase. So last couple of days, we've gotten Clase, we've gotten Duran, closer for the Minnesota Twins. In the last couple of days, he's also gotten stars of MLB, Fernando Tatis Jr. and Christian Yelich. So Emmanuel Clase, another solid pull in this card of 16. And if you're with us for the first time, remind you, our first two cards, we got off to a great start with Adley Rutschman and Aaron Judge. So that's our next card up. Going right into our That's Baseball segment to open up. Braves on TBS, a terrific follow on X, or formerly known as Twitter. Highlights videos from back in the day when the Braves were on the Superstation, TBS, Turner Broadcasting Station, right? Almost every night across the country, people across the country were Brave fans because they were on every single night on TBS. So Braves on TBS, yesterday featuring video and different highlights from Braves game from 1979, May 9, 1979. And it caught me because the Pirates were wearing their awful, now you want to be yellow gold uniform, that's fine with the top, but it was full on out. This put every City Connection uniform at the top of the list. This one, for me, just not that good. So Braves pitcher Gene Garber missing on his first attempt at hitting the big guy, Dave Parker. And if there was ever a huge man out there, it's Dave Parker. He is the epitome of a big, big man. Think Dave Winfield, think Aaron Judge present day. That was Dave Parker in the left side of the batter's box during his big league career. So Gene Garber tries to hit Dave Parker, misses on his first attempt, hits him on the second attempt. Harper, again, a huge man if there ever was one, takes to the mound. Who's chasing after him from behind the plate? Catcher Dale Murphy. Yes, catcher Dale Murphy. So again, Braves on Twitter, Braves on TBS is the Twitter X handle. A great follow. So Dale Murphy is trying to track down Dave Parker before he gets to the pitcher on the mound. Gene Garber barely moves. Parker gets out there, and it's almost like, okay, what do we do now? Do we dance? Do I throw a haymaker at you? Murphy, in the catcher's gear, kind of takes Dave Parker. Everyone comes out. Parker is screaming from a distance and all of that. He had a shot at Garber, never really took it. And again, I think he was somewhat stunned that Garber just stood there and, hey, what are we going to do out here? So again, Braves on TBS, great follow. Pirates, again, decked out in those yellow gold uniforms, top, pants, just absolutely hideous. And from time to time, big league uniforms over the years, hideous uniforms. That's baseball on some levels. Again, that was May 9, 1979. And again, little shout out, and I've talked to the gentleman who runs the Braves on Twitter, does a great job, goes back, gets those clips, puts them out almost on a daily basis, and I love watching them. I actually think about watching those throughout the course of the day and anticipate it and look forward to it almost as much as the Immaculate Grid on the Baseball Reference website. Let's get into it. Our recaps for day number 43 of the Major League Baseball season. The Houston Astros got one. They got one in their series in the Bronx. They got one in the season series against the Yankees. Astros, 3 runs in the first and a couple of home runs. They were able to hold on to beat the Yankees in the finale of their series and their season series on Thursday against the Yankees. 4-3 the final with the win. Again, Astros avoid being swept in the season series. Yankees go 6-1 against the Astros, and it's hard to imagine right now that these teams are going to face off against each other come October in postseason baseball. Astros have a long way to go to get back into the consideration in terms of being a postseason team in the American League. Lost snapping the Yankees' 5-game win streak. Yordan Alvarez, 2-out solo home run his 8th on the season. That off Marcus Stroman in the first inning. 2 batters later, Jonathan Singleton, 2-run home run, traveled 442 feet, hit the facade of the upper deck in right field at Yankee Stadium. That was a blast. Aaron Judge did top that mark, hitting his 9th home run of the season. That went 473 against Presley. That in the 8th inning for the Yankees. Josh Hader struck out Anthony Volpe, who also homered earlier in the game. Yankees had the tying run at second in the bottom of the 9th inning, unable to get that run across. Hader gets the job done. Ronel Blanco now 4-0 on the season for Houston. He's been a bright spot. 5 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs allowed, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Yankees as a team against Astros pitching 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Diamondbacks going one way, Reds going the other way right now. Corbin Carroll broke a 4-4 tie, 2-out RBI base hit in the 8th inning. Diamondbacks complete their series sweep in the Queen City and taking the finale over the Reds 5-4. Jock Peterson, 3 hits, including a solo home run. Diamondbacks have now won 4 in a row. Like I said, they're trending up. Paul Sewald, a couple of strikeouts, worked a scoreless bottom of the 9th inning. Sewald, his first save of 2024. Reds have now dropped 8 straight overall and 7 in a row in the Queen City. Rockies able to end their most recent losing streak on Thursday. That losing streak ending at 4 in a row. Avoid also being swept at home with a 9-1 victory against the Giants at Coors Field in the series finale. Charlie Blackmon and his beard, 3 base hits, including a double, triple, 2 RBIs. Ezekiel Tovar, 3 base hits. He also had a double and a triple and 3 runs batted in. Brenton Doyle, 3-run home run. And the Rockies' 7-run 4th inning. Cal Quantrill taking advantage of the run support, went 6, gave up just 1 earned run, walked 3, and struck out 5. Solo home run for Michael Conforto. That against Quantrill in the 4th inning. And that was the only run of the day for the Giants in that loss. Keaton wins, 7 earned runs allowed on 8 hits over 3 2/3 innings, taking the loss for San Francisco. Twins stay hot. Wrapped up their home series against the Mariners, 11-1 victory in the finale at Target Field on Thursday. Twins 5 runs in the home first inning, never trailed in that game. Twins take 3 of 4 in the series against the Mariners. Pablo Lopez, 4th win of the season, gave up just 1 run, struck out 10 in his outing. That spans 6 1/3 innings. Max Kepler stays hot. 2 hits, RBI, single in the first inning, solo home run for Kepler in the 7th inning, 3rd home run on the season. He's now hit safely in a career high 11 straight games. That is the longest active hit streak in Major League Baseball. Ryan Jeffers home run, 8th on the season, solo shot off losing pitcher Logan Gilbert in the 2nd. Gilbert roughed up, giving up 8 earned runs over his outing. He is now 3-1 with the loss. And the Twins, again, 12 straight wins at one point. That was snapped last Sunday at home against the Red Sox. They are now 15-2 over their last 17 games. White Sox 3 runs over the first 2 innings, held on and beat the Guardians 3-2 on the south side of Chicago. White Sox take game 1 of that 4-game series. Tommy Pham, 2 hits, a double, run batted in. Eric Fede, 6 scoreless for the win. Fede now 3-0 for the White Sox. And I'm wondering right now, will Michael Kopech at some point be a trade candidate from the White Sox? And there's one team in particular that I thought about last night that might be a good fit for Kopech sooner rather than later. Under control, I believe, through 2025. Still under 30 years old. Do the Orioles make a phone call sooner rather than later to the White Sox and see what the package might be for Michael Kopech? I think it would be steep. Maybe it's more quantity than quality. Maybe they don't give up 2 top 20 prospects. Maybe they give up 4 prospects in the or minor leaguers in the organization. But Kopech and the Orioles seem right now, with Craig Kimbrell struggling, seems like a pretty good fit. We'll see how that plays out. Kopech ending in the 3rd scoreless out of the pen last night for the White Sox. Picked up his 4th save. Threw 14 pitches and got the final 4 outs. 14 pitches and 14 strikes for Michael Kopech. Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, both hitting home runs. They went back-to-back in the 8th inning for Cleveland. Brewers, 3 runs in the first, never looked back, opened up a home series with the Cardinals and beat up on the Cardinals 7-1. Cardinals, another one of those teams going in the wrong direction. Rhys Hoskins, 2-out, 2-run home run in the first inning against Sonny Gray. And Gray's been one of the bright spots for St. Louis through the first month plus of the season. Jake Bauers, solo home run off Gray in the 2nd. Joey Ortiz, 2-out solo home run off Gray. That in the 4th inning. Gray, 6 earned runs allowed in his outing. Took the loss, and he is now 4-2 on the year. Jared Koenig, 2 scoreless innings in relief. and he picked up the win. Koenig now 4-1 on the season for Milwaukee. Paul Goldschmidt 0 for 24 slump, not in the lineup for the Cardinals, who have lost 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8 games. Goldschmidt really getting 2 days off with the rainout against the Mets on Wednesday at home in St. Louis, then off and out of the lineup on Thursday as well. Ali Marmol basically saying after the game, this lineup's got to click at some point. Guys have to start producing in that lineup. And you can look at Arenado and Goldschmidt, 2 guys right in the middle of that lineup. Back of their baseball cards don't lie. They put up great numbers over the course of their careers. We'll see how things sort of go for the Cardinals over the next couple of weeks. Brewers pitching prospect Robert Gasser set to make his big league debut in Game 2 of that series Friday night against the Cardinals. Gasser was part of the trade package that went from San Diego to Milwaukee when Josh Hader was traded from Milwaukee to San Diego in 2022. And read up on this note last night, Gasser, 4 players in that deal going back to Milwaukee for Hader. He's the only player remaining with the Milwaukee organization from that trade. Dairon Blanco, Vinny Pasquantino, both hitting 2-run home runs off Reed Detmers in the 3rd inning. Royals taking Game 1 in Anaheim over the Angels, 10-4 the final. On Thursday night, Blanco 3 hits, home run, double, had a couple of stolen bases, scored 4 runs. Michael Wacha now 2-4 with the victory. Wacha gave up 2 earned runs over 6, gave up just 3 base hits, but he did walk 5, and he struck out 6 along the way. Angels now 4-12 at home in Anaheim this season. That is a wrap on day number 24, or third, pardon me, let's do that again. That is a wrap on day number 43 of the Major League Baseball regular season. A couple of series I'm looking forward to getting started on Friday night and throughout the weekend. Nationals and Red Sox in Boston. That series for me has some intrigue because the Nationals right now a 500 team. Earlier in the week, they got to above 500 for the first time in a long time. But in that NL Eastern division right now, the Mets and Nationals are both looking up at the Braves and Phillies as expected, but both the Mets and Nationals are at 500. So I'm curious to see how that series plays out this weekend between the Nationals and the Red Sox at Fenway. Skeens going for the Pirates against the Cubs on Saturday. Hopefully that game is picked up and we can at least see some of Paul Skeens in his Major League debut. And series this weekend also with some intrigue. Rays and Yankees in St. Pete. Same for the Mets and Braves and the Dodgers and Padres because the Rays, the Mets, and the Padres, they're looking up at the division leaders. They're all 3 kind of playing right around 500 baseball. And all 3, okay, you might say we're just going to make the postseason as a wild card and we'll go from there. And the division is lost to us even in May. But you want to stay above 500 if you're those 3 teams. If you can go in, let's see what the Mets do. Let's see what the Rays do against the Yankees. And let's see what the Padres do. All 3 of those division rivalry matchups this weekend. So I'd be curious to see how those things unfold this weekend as well. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. If you are considering a stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this spring, summer, or fall, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast. Tell my sister Tammy, my brother-in-law Kenneth, that I sent you their way. At one point, do we hear pitchers start to complain about catchers and their setups that lead to wild pitches and pass balls? I've been told that there are plenty of big league pitchers out there who want to voice their opinions. They just haven't to this point in time. But again, the catchers and their setups, Tony Pena, go back and look at Tony Pena in the 1980s with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He would get down on the one knee. He would spread the right leg out on the left side of the batter's box if there was a right-handed batter up there. But Tony Pena wasn't allowing a ball to get by him on any level. I don't want to use the word lazy, but it appears that way. And there are so many balls that end up going to the backstop that are preventable. And a lot of guys out there who played in the big leagues voice their opinion almost daily in terms of how the catchers are set up these days. And it just doesn't look right back there in that not normal catching position. You see Contreras with the Cardinals this week, just, told to move up in the batter's box, takes the swing on the forearm, surgery already complete, now the road to recovery. I don't know that that's an injury, and a lot of people don't think that's an injury that should have happened based on the fact that he was so close trying to steal low strikes. Catcher setups right now, I'm wondering where the pitchers are in these conversations. How come we haven't heard more pitchers talk up about how catchers are set up? And the one thing that I really pay attention to here, and I know this is a long random thought, but, the catchers set the target, then they drop the glove, And pitchers have always been told, if you pitched in Little League, if you pitched in JV, junior high, varsity, high school baseball, throw to the glove. Look at the glove. Keep your eye on the target. That target is moving. Now you're throwing to a moving target as well. Long, random thought there, more of a vent than anything else. I love doing this. Look this guy up last night. When was the last time you heard the name? Wally Jr. Wally's World. Remember Wally's World, 1986? Wally Jr. finished second to Jose Canseco in the 1986 American League Rookie of the Year voting. Canseco won the award. And Joyner's an interesting one. AL All-Star his rookie season. Never made another All-Star team during the course of his big league career. Rookie season, terrific numbers, 290, 22 home runs, 100 RBIs. Second season, sophomore slump? No, not for Wally Jr. 87, 285, 34 home runs, 117 RBIs. Both career highs in those categories. Jr. 16 seasons in the big leagues. His first 6 with the Angels. The next 4 signed as a free agent with the Kansas City Royals. Then 4 seasons in San Diego with the Padres, a season with the Braves in 2000, finished up his final season, 2001, back in Los Angeles with the Angels. Again, Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. That's a wrap on day number 43 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Again, give us a follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Lennox on Baseball, and also this audio version available as well later on in the day via Spotify. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll talk soon.